Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Sippin' Cosmos. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm your paranormal supernatural nerd.
And I'm Layne. I'm your neighborhood skeptic.
And I am just sandwiched in between these two, ever so snug. I am Sarah.
And today, we're going to talk about death. Death.
The death.
Death.
Why? Because we all do it.
We all do it at some point.
I'm never going to die.
That's what I used to think.
Well, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, look, every single person that's ever lived and ever will live and is living right now is going to die.
Yeah.
But we don't live our lives like that. You know, like we're afraid of death. There's a whole group of people that have a phobia of death.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's fear of the unknown.
Yeah, fear of the unknown.
You love what you have here.
Do we?
And you're afraid to not matter anymore. I think a lot of people are afraid to not matter anymore.
Yeah. I think it's just human instinct to want to keep living. And to die is to no longer exist. And it's like your ego that's wants to keep living. It's the human instinct. That's just like you want to reject that.
It is interesting that that's our instinct. And we can't control it because it's fear. Fear kicks in. The whole concept of fear is like being afraid to die. So the fact that fear exists, it's there to protect you against anything that could potentially be harmful.
It's primal.
That's exactly right. That's why fear exists, is to protect us.
Which is crazy because we're afraid of things that aren't really going to lead to death necessarily. We're afraid of speaking up in a class or just something. It's just
that could be social death. That's another
social
form of
suicide.
death.
Social
like joining
suicide.
There's more than just like physical death. There's spiritual death. There's social death.
Science guy thinks there's spiritual death. Do go on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are living in this world that aren't fully living, you know?
That's very true.
They're kind of
What do you mean?
zombified, just going with the flow and not following their every whim and passion and what their spirit wants to do. They're just making a living the way they can and not pursuing what makes them glow.
They're going through the motions and just existing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that.
Are you really alive if you're not being your authentic self and doing what you love?
Hold on. But what does that have to do with spiritual death?
I'm saying your spirit is not alive unless you are 100% pursuing what you love.
He's saying, like, if you're not chasing after something with passion every single day.
Not every single day, but just in general.
Most days. Living your life with some kind of purpose or goal or whatever it may be, that in a way could be deciphered by some as a spiritual death.
Mm.
When you're a kid, you have big dreams, don't you? Like everyone, I mean, most people dream of being an astronaut, a musician, an athlete.
I wanted to be a doctor.
What happens when that dream dies?
Right, but I think
a huge
what you're
part
describing,
of you dies.
though, kind of sounds like a spiritual journey, though. People try to have greater meaning than their just like menial everyday lives by believing in like life after death or, you know, a greater goal, you know, or just making the world a little bit better than they found it somehow. Like they have some sort of spiritual path and goal and like higher meaning to life. So it's interesting. It's interesting that you bring that up as someone that doesn't really think of themselves as spiritual.
Well, it's a different form of spirituality. Like I discussed in the Reiki episode when Kaki was here, my spirit is greatly moved by my own passions, and I believe that I, in a way, am my own God. So if I ever come to a point where I'm not pursuing my passions, I lose that kind of,
Godly energy.
in a way, godly energy, or that part of me,
That spirit inside
that
of you.
spirit.
Yeah.
And I think, to not to change the subject too hard, but a little bit,
But
media,
a good amount.
Let's just stop talking about this.
media really treats death interesting because I think they feed into the fear of death ideology.
Absolutely.
It's always like a monster chasing you or big, catastrophes, and it kind of reinforces this fear of death in society to make you think that this is the only, thing that matters is for you to make money and live life and, feed the machine of capitalism and just life on earth, menial every day. You know
it's
what
all
I mean?
designed to scare
Look at
us
those
and distract
hand
us.
motions.
So rapid.
I got passionate at that moment.
No, you're absolutely right. It's all designed to instill fear in us.
The
and
news.
Yeah, politics.
Yeah.
Politics really feed on fear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And religion.
And religion. I didn't want to say it, but thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
We just watched the Conjuring movie, actually.
Very good, as usual.
As usual.
Conjuring does a great job. This is probably the worst of the three, but it was still very good.
I would agree.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked? Yeah. Was I telling you this, that I don't really get scared about murder movies. I get really scared with
Ghosts.
Me
and,
too.
and like devil movies.
Yeah.
Because it's really just like,
No, I get. See, I'm
disturbing.
the opposite. I get more scared with murder movies because they're more realistic.
The murder stuff is growing on me as I get older because I realize the possibility of that as opposed to the ghosts. I mean, it's been 28 years and no ghost has gotten me yet, so I'm kind of like,
don't jinx
but
it,
listen,
Sarah.
but
that's true. Knock on
Don't
wood.
invite that into our
But
homes.
think about the countless murders you've read about in your 28 years,
Yeah,
right?
and like
Those
all
are real.
the documentaries.
Ashley, I was talking to
and-
Ashley about this, and Ashley's like, "Well, I think ghosts actually are more of a possibility in my life.
Here is the rationale.
That's why they're scarier to me."
Here's the rationale. The probability of getting murdered by some random psychopath
Is way less than a ghost.
I think is less because the door to another dimension or realm is always there.
Dude, Lady
potentially.
Gaga's dogs got shot right outside of your house. Okay, it could have been you.
Okay, that's why I got a mace gun to take on
Okay.
me for walks. Okay.
Where's your ghost gun?
It's in
It's
here.
in the mail.
All right. Anyway,
No, it's like, I don't know. It's an ever-present threat that's like scary to me.
Comes to you at
If you
3
open the
a.m..
door,
Yeah.
Like if you have a Ouija board and you're like being weird about that stuff.
Well, ghosts are particularly scary because they're people who have died, who lived a really long time ago. And it's like they've exited to this portal that we don't know anything about. And it's like they can see us, but we can't see them. Can we see
Yeah.
them? And they've gone through the thing that we're so afraid of. And that's what makes them so scary, is that they're like, they lived a long time ago, or maybe even not that long ago.
in a way, you're facing death.
Yeah.
If you think ghosts are real and you encounter a ghost, then you see death.
Yeah.
Like, this could be me. And it's scary to think that you're just going to be stuck on Earth, roaming, haunting people.
Yeah.
That's the scary concept of it, is like, am I going to be stuck in some other dimension? Like,
That's part of it.
upset and haunting people? Upset about my life?
Upset that my Postmates delivered the wrong meal. And I'm gonna haunt people. I would haunt people about that.
Ghostmates.
Ghost
Hashtag Ghostmates.
Postmates delivered to you by a friendly ghost.
I'd buy that.
But the concept of ghosts or life after death actually is comforting to some people, like mediums and,
Yeah.
People that seek out mediums to speak to maybe like a loved one that passed. And it actually comforts them. Again, we don't know where these entities may be, whether they're in a good realm or dimension. Maybe it's like amazing and they can just come down and communicate sometimes, and it's not really this scary concept at all. Or maybe they're in hell. And life.
How do you guys feel about death? Are you afraid of death? What are your thoughts on dying? Sarah.
I don't know if I'm afraid of dying. I'm afraid of like doing something that will kill me before my time.
Like skydiving?
Yeah, like skydiving or I don't know, doing something dangerous that could possibly kill me before I plan to exit this earth.
When do you plan to?
Somewhere around my 80s.
That's a good range.
Yeah. I'm not scared of the actual process though, assuming I go in like a kind way.
You don't want to be like crushed by like a monster truck.
No.
I don't know why I thought of that, but
like
I think
a fire,
really
shouting. Those are really bad.
Ooh, fire would be bad.
Those are the other things I was going to ask you guys. Is what's the best way to go? Do we think?
I haven't really thought about that.
The best way to go?
I say in your sleep.
My only request is like no pain, please.
Yeah.
I think that's that's a big part of the fear.
But wouldn't
death.
you want to like cross off like just dying in a plane crash on your bucket list? Like just being on the plane. Like this is it. Wow, I really went out on a plane crash.
You don't have a bucket list at
No.
that
I
point,
don't have a
though.
bucket list.
It's like the last thing you cross off.
It's something I think about
No, I'm
every time I
kidding.
take a flight, though.
I think about it too.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I feel like dying on a plane would be a horrible way to go.
Horrible.
Because it's like you packed all this stuff. You're excited for your trip. I'd rather die on the plane going back home. You know what I mean?
At least I had a great vacation.
See, I think about
The
my
margaritas
phone.
were marvelous.
I think about my phone. I'm like, all the content on my phone, all my pictures, like my parents aren't going to get my pictures, like nothing. Like, oh, that trip to France that I took with my dad.
I'm glad
You don't
people want
back
to see
up
my
on
phone.
your
I back it
laptop?
up, but like
Okay.
my parents are not going to be like, oh, let's recover her iCloud.
It's pictures.
They've got plenty of pictures.
There's
Who
notes
needs
in my
pictures?
phone. There's all
Very
this
important.
stuff
Okay,
in
you don't
there.
need the notes
Yeah.
anymore.
It's almost like my phone's life is more valuable than my
I know you're very concerned
What's
about
gonna
your
happen
phone.
about my phone?
Like you wanted to make
That's
that
like
app
that-
about like the phone.
It's like that
Will.
Black Mirror episode where like you become like a chip in the computer.
Part of the phone.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of a plane crash, to answer your question.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I mean, I think that would be a really bad way to go.
Horrible.
For me, I'm not afraid to die. I think life is like hard enough as it is, just with all its anxieties and just your wants, your hopes, it's like just daily life can be hard sometimes too. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I know you're not afraid to die because of the way you drive. It's horrendously. It's really bad.
that was a good one, Layne.
She's
That was a good one. I gotta
Okay,
give it up.
keep
I gotta
going.
give it up.
Yeah. Sometimes I drive and I'm like, whoa, like I
Scare
could
yourself?
have
I do that
yeah,
too.
something could like really bad could have just happened.
Or like I go on my phone and I'm like, I need to not do that. Like I
Yeah.
easily could
Yeah.
end my life right now, or
But
someone
I think that's
else's.
good that we're aware. We're aware that certain behaviors could end
Yeah.
up badly.
Yeah.
And it's like it's good that we at least think about it instead of just being oblivious and being reckless.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid to die. It's just like I would just accept it. Like this is what happened. This is my time. But I am afraid of, you don't want anything traumatic to happen. Like you wouldn't want your last moments to be really traumatic or
No.
scary or bloody or gory.
yeah.
or
That's what
painful.
Sarah's saying.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not scared of death. It's how. You're right. It's
Yeah.
how.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, there are days where like I couldn't give a shit. Like I'd be like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I could go out right now. It'd be good.
You feel
Totally
like
fine.
fulfilled.
But there are days where I'm like, I really want to accomplish something before I go. So for me, it's not really a fear. It's just a fear of not accomplishing what I want to. Like not a fear of death. It's a fear of not accomplishing what I'm setting out to do.
yeah,
You know?
not being done yet.
What is the accomplishment for you?
It could be career oriented.
But I think about that too because I have personal goals.
I don't want to be done on this earth.
Yeah.
Like
But why?
it's kind of just FOMO. You know,
To put it in a word, FOMO.
it's FOMO.
Yeah.
It's
I have
like-
that too. And I also have just like, I don't want my family to have to live the rest of their life
That's what
in
it is.
total agony that I died.
It'd be traumatic to them.
Yeah.
It would suck for them 100%.
100%.
So that's probably the scariest part about it, honestly.
Yeah.
But like,
That's a good point.
That's what like eats me up.
devil's advocate. Advocate?
Advocate.
You got it. You got it.
In 100,
Advocate.
let's say you accomplish all your life's hopes and dreams, whatever that is. Literally, in 100 years, like, it won't matter. Even
That's
if
not true. And there's a reason I'm wearing a Dale Earnhardt shirt tonight, because he died tragically driving NASCAR Daytona 500. And it's a good point. I'm glad this is a little segue. I feel like there are people that never die because of their accomplishments and what they brought to the earth.
That's true, but like
for the time
And Dale
being,
For the
Earnhardt was a
time
great race
being.
car driver.
eventually everyone is forgotten.
Yeah.
It does not
Legend.
like in another like 100 years, no one's gonna like know him
matter. Yeah.
How do you know that?
because
I think people will.
I'm pretty confident.
No.
There's still going to be
Like, you
NASCAR
could-
driving.
Th-
There's still going to be
yeah,
race
of
car driving.
course. But like
He's a legend.
he's not going to
Maybe.
be a known name. Like, can you name all the actors and celebrities from 100 years ago?
No, media wasn't the same 100 years ago.
Yeah, okay, but from
There weren't
all
there weren't famous
all the
people
movie
100
stars
years ago.
besides
Really?
Marilyn Monroe, can you name all the movie stars from that time?
No, because she transcended the era, just like Dale Earnhardt did.
Exactly, but then as time goes on, we have more and more famous people. My point is that like everyone eventually will be forgotten.
You also don't know what people are going to care about in 500 years. That literally might not matter to them at all. NASCAR, race car. We might have like flying cars, and it's like that doesn't even matter. You know what I mean?
Pioneer.
And you know, no one's. Maybe people might recognize like a picture of Marilyn Monroe, but they won't know her name, and then soon that'll fade, and then it's like even George Washington or like Walt Disney. Eventually,
But
it
there's
won't
still
matter. Nothing matters.
listen,
Nothing matters.
a lasting impact on the earth, and therefore not truly dead.
And it's like eventually, even
Legacy
let's
lives
say
on.
even like the light bulb or like Tesla, like electric cars, let's say, eventually no one really cares about the individual that made it. It's really just about progressing as a species in technology and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
you live on through your inventions and live on through
I think that's
what
your
you
ego.
accomplished.
That's your ego talking. That's your ego wanting to be like recognized and important.
I agree.
Well, I thank Thomas Edison every day.
It wasn't
For
Thomas
his-
Edison. He stole Nikola Tesla's.
You're right.
Thank you. I thank Tesla as well.
He did.
Both.
He
Yeah.
stole from Nikolai Tesla.
So he's actually a liar.
I thank both.
We shouldn't recognize him.
Tesla's Italian, right?
Tesla?
I think so.
I don't know.
Nikola Tesla?
Is that a win for
I
the
don't know. Let
Italians?
me look it up.
Tesla.
I think he's Italian.
Kind of
Nikolai.
sound.
Nikolai
It's
Tesla.
Nikola.
I thought it was
There's no
He
I.
was Serbian.
It's Nikola.
He was from Croatia.
All right, forget it.
Sorry. He might have some Italian in him.
Probably not. No offense.
Okay. Sarah sent me a very interesting article
Mm.
I'd like to discuss.
Okay, what's the article?
These are how many? 15 unique alternatives to burying your body. Okay, so number 1, get turned into a diamond. Apparently, the carbon from your body is formed into a diamond, and it can cost as much as $25,000.
I feel like that's what Lil Uzi Vert's gonna do for sure.
It's expensive to die.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you could just buy a diamond for $25,000.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're supplying the carbon, it should be cheaper.
Diamonds
It's
are forever.
bougie. It's bougie as hell.
Diamonds are forever.
But imagine like wearing like a diamond ring and
And being
someone's
like-
like, oh, and it's like, oh, like this is my grandmother.
It's so
I
weird.
know, it's bizarre.
I'm down.
I don't like it.
I kind of love it. I'm going with my kids everywhere they go.
Honestly,
like, you better wear me every day.
I don't like the idea of turning a human being into something else.
But it's
I
not,
don't
it's just
like
the
that.
carbon.
I don't like it.
Yeah, like, do you think the energy of the person is attached to the diamond?
Wake up as a diamond.
And you have a consciousness?
Jesus. God, my head hurts.
That was a good one.
I can see clearer now, though. That was a dad joke. Okay, go on.
Ha!
Thank you.
Okay. Ew. Number 2, donate yourself to a body farm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Body farms. Oh, God. Okay.
So it's
what is this?
essentially they bury your body in the dirt. And I'm not sure how long they let you like decompose, but it's for the sake of research for people who are, you know, killed and buried. And I guess they kind of research like how the bodies decompose, and it helps like forensic scientists for like
Wait, what is this one? Donating your body to
a quote unquote body farm. So they bury your body in the dirt, no coffin or anything. And then years later, or however much longer later, they study how your body decomposes and like certain aspects of the body.
Dogs to find it.
I'm not sure if they train dogs or if they're training the scientists exactly.
Wow.
But yeah, it's to help with forensic science, you know.
That's pretty noble to do.
Yeah.
That'd be like if you really don't care. I mean,
It's like if you really don't give a shit about your body.
but it's like really you don't need it after, so it's like
You really don't.
It's
What are you using it for?
It's more useful than just making a diamond.
Yeah, and it's not taking up like space in the ground anymore because they dig you up at a certain point.
Yeah, you should donate some of your organs and then do the body farm.
Yeah.
That'd be like the most selfless thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a pass on the body farm.
Okay. He's out on the
Why?
body farm.
What don't you like?
I just don't want to be part of a farm of bodies.
like too many dead bodies like in
Yeah,
the vicinity.
like
It's kinda
what is this?
I mean, it's the same thing as a cemetery.
I don't want to
That's
be a part
all-
of a science experiment with a fucking body farm.
This is
Fair enough.
interesting. Number 3, get buried in a suit made from mushrooms and compost yourself. If you're really into composting.
Like my
this
question
one's
is,
for you.
who developed the bodysuit? It
Yeah,
was like,
who?
let's put this on a dead body and see what happens.
No, it was a person that was really into composting food and everything, and they were like, what if we are all one with the food and the earth and we all compost each other? And they invested in developing this
Wait,
mushroom.
so what kind of mushrooms? How does this work? I need to know.
Mushrooms and other microorganisms. So I guess they feed on your body.
It's another one. Like, why would I want that?
It's $1,500.
You have to pay for it too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have to pay for like all of these. I'm pretty
Funerals
sure.
are expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot
The
of
body
money.
farm should be paying me to be a part of their experiment.
No, that's the mushrooms.
You don't need the money. You're dead.
I think the body farm might be. It's inconclusive.
You're right.
It's like, damn it, you're right.
Well, you got me there. I'm dead.
Oh, this is interesting. Number 4, get planted and grow into a tree.
That one I think is nice.
How do they make you a seed, though?
I think they just kind of like put your ashes like
I don't mind
in
that one.
like a little like nest with seeds, and then they kind of.
That's like cheating. It's like your ashes. It's not your. It's like
then your
your
it
ashes are
grows
just like around a tree.
No, I
guess.
think they're like with the seeds, and then you get planted into the ground, and then that grows into a tree.
Does the ash help the seed grow or something? Like, is there a use for that or?
I doubt it. I mean,
Yeah.
Do
trees.
people get planted into like marijuana plants
I'm sure you
and
could.
get smoked?
That's an interesting thought, because you probably could plant yourself
Yeah,
with
this
any.
is that Luciano Kush.
This is interesting. It's
That would really help people.
It was really nice.
It's gonna help others.
Oh, this really does remind me of Sarah.
Oh, that's the gift that keeps on giving.
I don't even smoke weed, but if you were turned into a marijuana plant, I would smoke you.
You smoke my leaves.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's called a bio urn that they put you in with the seed. Interesting.
Bio urn.
BioEarn. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, number 5, become part of the ocean's habitat. Eternal reefs that's the name of the company, mixes your ashes with environmentally safe concrete and then lowers the reef into the ocean where it becomes a man-made habitat for sea life.
Huh. That
This
one's cool.
costs $3,000 to $7,500.
I mean, what does that compare to a funeral? It's
That's,
3,000's less than a
comparable.
funeral.
$3,000 is like minimum what a coffin costs.
Yeah,
I feel
because
like.
the coffins are very expensive.
Yeah,
And
coffins
then
are a racket, man.
if you plan on burying a body in a different state or city that the person died in, to transport the body, forget it. It is so expensive.
Really?
It's very, very expensive. Yeah.
Expensive.
In fact, a few years ago,
You had to transport a body?
No, a family got caught at the airport with a dead body in a duffel bag because they didn't want to pay to have the body shipped. So they tried to like smuggle a dead body. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how expensive it
It's
is.
a really bad idea.
It's horrible.
You're like, they're not crazy. It's just expensive.
they're not crazy. They're just cheap.
They're
Cost efficient.
Just like the process of loading the body into like a duffel bag,
And it's your loved
Ew.
one.
and
know.
like going to the airport with it.
Yeah. They really thought they did something.
See, that's really traumatic and like,
I know.
oh my
know.
God, they were
I
really.
don't want to see that.
Yeah.
They weren't. Were they detained for? Did they think that they were like murderers?
I think they face some criminal charges because you can't
do that.
You can't do that.
Just
Yeah.
can't do that.
No,
You can't travel with body
can't.
parts. That's
You
not.
can't.
That's frowned upon.
No.
What's next?
Number 6, get cremated at a facility that recycles unused energy from its cremations into electricity. I'm confused. It recycles the energy.
That's probably the craziest one.
Whoa.
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 Crematoriums in England and Sweden are capturing heat from the natural gas being used in the cremation process that would otherwise escape to generate electricity.
Isn't that crazy?
So your body produces a gas when it's burned
Yes.
that produces electricity?
We got gases inside of us.
Ooh. I do not want to know what a crematorium smells like.
Smells like farts, probably.
It's
Well,
like
I'm not
really,
going there
really
anytime
bad, like
soon.
really, like really bad Chipotle farts. Like hideous farts.
like burned farts.
Burnt,
Oh
like
my
oof,
God.
burnt to a crisp farts.
Chipotle, please don't come after us. We're not saying Chipotle. It smells
We're not
bad.
saying Chipotle kills you.
Chipotle farts smell bad and taste bad. Chipotle farts are another level. That's what I imagine a crematorium smells like.
Yeah, I don't think you're that far off.
Taco Bell farts is more accurate, I feel like.
I feel like that's worse.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
what I'm saying.
No, it's not quite that bad. It's like a
It's
like
not
a,
E. coli
it's like
bad.
it's like a medium to high level, not like off the charts level.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't get carried away.
That's fair.
All right, number 7, donate your body to a medical education program. Donating your body to science is great for anyone who likes the idea of helping students become better physicians, dentists, nurses, and physical therapists. This I've seen in like movies where like a class of doctors are doing like a fake surgery on someone, like a dead body.
Okay.
I think that's what that is.
So they're just using like the whole body.
yeah. Or parts like organs and
Okay.
parts of the body to teach doctors how to perform surgeries in certain.
That's fine. Whatever.
Noble.
Would you do that?
Maybe.
I'll take it.
That's like
Someone's got to do it.
right now. That would be the highest, probably the highest on my list on this list. That would be the most likely one for me.
It's
Okay.
just like it would be cool to be like, yeah, I'm donating my body to science.
So cool.
I like it for the image that it gives me.
Like
Yeah,
the,
but just-
So-
the cred.
So are you
Yeah,
an organ donor?
I want the street cred.
Not the street cred, but like the science cred. You know, it's like
Okay, then do it. Become an
Okay.
organ donor.
I am an organ donor. I have the organ donor
Congratulations.
symbol on my ID. Do you?
No, I don't, because I haven't decided what I'm doing with my organs yet. Thank you very much.
He's still using them.
I'm currently using them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 8. Fill your body up with plastic. for science in parentheses. Do go on.
I'm gonna pass on
Don't
that
you
one.
say? During plastination, the body's water and fats are replaced with plastics, which means that your body doesn't decay and it's totally preserved and can even be touched. Plastinated anatomy is handy for medical, dental, and animal science students. Okay, so it's again for kind of
Okay, I think
science.
we're gonna pass on that one.
Interesting. So do you think hospitals and universities just have like dead bodies filled with plastic just
Yeah, I think they do.
hanging out all the time? Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a plethora.
Plethora.
They have a nice collection.
Treasure trove.
A treasure trove.
No thanks. Number 9, get turned into fireworks and let a dazzling light show launch you into the heavens.
Ooh,
I
a light show.
Wait,
I like that.
Okay.
He's like, wait, hold on. Okay, I
I
think
kind of
like
like this one.
Wait, this is hilarious.
I want to be the 4th of July entertainment.
The Heavenly Stars Fireworks is a UK company. Their cheapest option is $632.
Very affordable.
It's the Remembrance Display Package.
But what's the most expensive? Is there like a grand display?
It's probably...
Is there like a 4th of July fireworks extravaganza
Right.
where they replace the fireworks at Macy's fucking parade with your fireworks?
Yeah, like the finale.
What's that package cost?
It's a good question. We'll have to look into that. That I kind of like the idea of.
I like that one too.
Yeah, that's
Instead of-
creative.
Like
Yeah.
instead of a funeral, I would have a party with fireworks.
Ashley's
Yeah.
farewell fireworks display. Come see Ashley.
And then you just like wave to the fireworks.
Come see Ashley fly high in the sky.
Bye.
It was great knowing you.
It's like you put your ashes in it, I guess. Ooh, it's kind of weird because it's like there's ashes like falling from the sky too. I feel like.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you never know where your ashes
Yeah.
are. gonna
Isn't
land.
Ashley beautiful? Wow. I didn't know she had reds and greens and blues.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Okay.
Number 10, get your ashes pressed into a playable vinyl record with audio of your choice. Layne, that's for you.
Mm,
You could turn into your favorite song.
but I don't want to be my one song over and over again.
What if you choose a few of your? You can
It's
put
just like,
multiple songs on.
You know
a
how
record.
you know how you play like a mixtape you made and then you play it over and over again, you get fucking sick of it? That would be my body forever.
It's only $3,800.
That's a waste of money. Sorry.
It's like being at a party and it's like, oh, let me play this record. This is
Let
my
me-
grandpa. This is my grandfather. Oh, have you heard my
my
grandpa?
favorite record.
Now imagine, yes, you played your grandpa for like every party. And people are like, I don't want to listen to your fucking grandpa again.
Again.
Well, you wouldn't play at every party.
Okay,
It's for
these
special
these
occasions.
songs were fucking sick for a second, but now they're horrible. I can't listen to them anymore.
You could frame it.
Yeah. Hey, like a platinum record on the wall.
Platinum record.
I like that.
Could say his life went platinum.
I like that. This is another UK-based company. I think they're just bored with death
The
in
UK
England.
is just like
the UK
killing it with
they're-
the
Creative ideas.
yeah, the death alternatives.
They've been dying for a long time in England, so
Okay. 11. Become a glass sculpture, accessory, or piece of jewelry.
okay.
I bought a
similar
bunch
to
of glass jewelry in Italy once. That'd be kind of cool to be.
Maybe they were people.
Yeah, I know. What if?
Yeah, you never know now, I guess. After reading this, you gotta
Yeah.
think twice about what you're buying at these
Yeah.
flea markets.
Yeah.
Never know.
What if it could be like, what if it's like some family trying to rid themselves of a negative energy, like,
Like
that they
Annabelle.
had turned into a glass sculpture?
That would
Right.
be a great horror movie.
It would.
Should we write it?
Let's write it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Like, oh, I want to get rid of this record. It keeps haunting me, my grandpa.
Well, there's a movie Oculus that was kind of like that. I don't know if the
And,
person was turned into the mirror or anything, but
The Ring too, with like
yeah,
the video.
Ring. Like, there's something.
Yeah. There's something there. Maybe.
We'll revisit it.
Moving right along.
Number 12. Get launched into outer space.
There it is.
That one's nice. That's a good option.
Yeah.
A portion of your ashes can be launched into space.
Why not all of them?
I don't know. It just says a portion. Maybe it's all of it would be too much. Do you know how heavy a cremated body is? It's heavy. It's multiple pounds.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know the exact. It's heavy.
No, it's a lot.
Just blast my penis into outer space.
Just the penis. just the tip.
Just the tip of my penis, please.
That'd be funny if you like froze just your penis and then like
Can you
shot
cremate,
the frozen
cremate the tip of my penis
Like Walt
And
Disney
one-
froze
and one-
his heart.
and one testicle?
Well, no, don't cremate it because then you won't know what it is. It's just dust going into the air. It should be like a frozen penis, like
Just
Walt
a
Disney,
flying
like
penis going into outer space. There goes the penis.
NASA's like, what's that?
There's an unidentified object.
It's just a penis. Don't worry. It's just someone blasted another penis blasted into outer space. People think it's funny, but this is our business.
It's $5,000 to be launched into Earth's orbit.
That's a bargain to have your penis launched into orbit.
God.
And to go into the moon's orbit, it's $12,000. Deep space is also $12,500.
Oh, so you can like choose which
Yeah,
area.
I would
Deep
definitely do
space.
deep space. Yeah.
I would do deep space.
But it's like, how do you know? They probably tell you they're doing deep space and then they just like blow it into the
How the
air.
hell are you gonna
Like
check?
your conscious ashes up there, like, well, this isn't deep space. I want my money back.
Well, this isn't deep space. This is shallow space.
This is shallow space. They ripped me off.
I know this space. This is not deep space.
Oh, God. Ooh, they reserve a spot for your ashes on memorial space flights and allows your loved ones to attend the launch and track you in orbit.
Wait, say it again.
It's okay. Celestis is the name of the company. Reserves a spot for your ashes on scheduled memorial space flights and allows your loved ones to attend to the launch and track you in orbit. So I guess you go, well, yeah, but what? Are you going on a spaceship?
Yeah, what are you
It's
going on?
probably an airplane where they shoot it off of or something.
And then do they shoot the ashes out?
I don't know.
We're going to look into this one further as well. I need to know exactly how this works.
Right.
All right, number 13. Live on in an urn or figure bearing your hero's likeness. Okay, well, that's just like a very exotic urn.
Yeah.
Exotic.
Exotic urns.
Like you can be like an action figure or, 14. Float gently to the heavens in a biodegradable balloon. Okay.
Sounds like a bad idea.
All balloons end in the ocean. All balloons end up in the ocean.
That's why it's
So,
biodegradable.
yeah. So
Okay.
basically you're just sending your
Basically,
your
you're just gonna pop in the
to
air.
the middle of the ocean, yeah. Probably to
mind
the
that.
giant garbage pile in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that number 15?
it's a nice thought. That's number 14.
You say it's a nice thought.
All right, last one. Here
it's
we
a
go.
nice thought, like, oh, a balloon, but it's not. You're going to end up in the ocean.
You're going to end up in the garbage.
pile.
I don't
15.
think. But wait a minute. I don't think balloons are a good idea in general. Like, why would you want to be in a balloon?
Well, yeah, because it floats up. That's the whole
I think it's
concept.
more like a ceremonial thing for like the
Yeah,
family.
you like release the balloon.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
the reality is
I see it. I see it now.
the giant garbage pile. Okay.
Yeah.
15.
The giant. Okay, moving along.
15. Get cryonically frozen. I thought it was cryogenically frozen. Whatever. You get frozen.
And
And hopefully reanimated one day.
is that what it says?
Yeah. They're just
Wow.
Yeah, it's like that Walt Disney myth
Yeah.
No,
that he's buried underneath Pirates of the Caribbean.
it's not true.
It might be.
It's not true.
Why would he choose Pirates of the Caribbean of all the rides?
Yeah,
He
That's-
liked it.
No.
Why wouldn't he have chosen like Cinderella's castle?
Because I think it's fun to think about like being on the river ride and like,
He has a grave.
yeah, but who knows if he's actually in there? You want to dig him up and
Yeah,
see?
maybe it's just his legs or his penis.
Could just be his, only his penis.
Yeah.
The Cryonics Institute will
How much does this cost? A lot of money, I'm
take
sure.
your legally dead body and put it on ice in the hopes that it can be revived sometime in the future when medical technology has advanced enough to make you undead.
I have no interest in that.
The
but
yearly membership dues are $120 to keep you frozen, and then it's about $28,000 to do this.
Could you imagine actually being woken up in like 1,000 years and they're like, all right, we unfroze you. Welcome back.
Yeah, everyone's
You're
gonna,
just
everyone's gonna look so much different. Number one, society's gonna be completely different.
Yeah,
Number two,
humans could have
Yeah, like-
evolved so much.
Why would you want to come back?
Yeah,
I
because
think
it would be impossible.
these are people that don't believe in
I
reincarnation.
honestly think that in the next 100 years, it's gonna be possible to do this.
Okay, this might be a stupid question, but how do you not get
prediction.
like frostbite or something? Like
I really
I
don't know.
Like
I don't
people
know.
get frostbite from just
right from being out in the
skiing.
cold.
Yeah.
Skiing.
seriously. Like I don't get how you could be frozen and
I don't
be
know.
thawed and be like fine.
I really don't know.
I don't think science can. Also, if you're dead, you're dead. Like something went wrong in your body. Like
Shut off.
something's, not right.
Yeah.
So you're just hoping that
It needs to be
like,
fixed.
what is this technology that's gonna come about? Like they're gonna know how to regenerate organs and bring people back to life spontaneously? Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I mean, they can
Spontaneous.
regenerate organs now. It's just really expensive, right? That's like stem cell research.
You got me.
Stem cells.
I guess so. But even if they get an organ working again, can that bring a person who's fully died
Well,
back to life?
think about it. If they're bringing someone who's dead back to life, I'm sure they've had the technology to fix whatever's wrong in the person.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible.
I don't think so
Well,
either.
let's
Even with technological.
I think something similar could be plausible in the next 100 years. Something maybe not like freezing someone and bringing them back to life, but I think being able to reanimate someone and bring them back to life will be feasible.
Oh,
in the next
apparently
100
there's a
years.
movie about this.
I
Go
d-
watch Sylvester Stallone Demolition Man. They froze him in the 90s and woke him up in the future.
I'm sure it's a phenomenal movie.
I'm sure it's phenomenal. That's it.
It's 15.
Wow.
15.
That's not even scratching the surface, honey.
Yeah, there's more options, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think I did decide a while ago that I probably don't want to be buried, and I'm most likely going to be cremated.
Me too.
What happens after that? We'll see. I'm kind of into the diamond thing, just because it sounds pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
It's very iconic.
She was turned into a diamond.
I know, yeah. Like
So
that
extra.
would be
Shine bright, Ashley Diamond.
exactly.
Nice.
I also like the space idea.
Of course.
I
you
I-
would.
I would like to morph the frozen body thing and shoot my frozen body out into space if possible.
Wait, freeze your body
Yeah.
in case you become alive again and then shoot
No,
it out.
I don't care about becoming alive again. Just shooting just my frozen body like in space. I think that'd be cool.
Why does it matter that you're frozen though?
I guess your body would freeze anyway. Being in deep space, your body would freeze.
What if you shoot
Anyway.
your body into space and then it gets caught in a black hole?
Ooh, and then you go through a time-space continuum and you go back in time. Or you end up in another dimension. That's a thought.
That's kind of crazy to think about. Well, that's kind of crazy.
If you go
to
through
think
Oh,
about.
you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I
What?
just decided this.
What?
I'm going to have someone sail my body into the Bermuda Triangle. So I disappear into another dimension.
All right, that's
then
not how the
maybe-
Bermuda Triangle works. Okay.
Yes, it does.
All right.
And
Just
what,
because a couple planes went missing in the Bermuda
And
Triangle.
boats.
Oh my god.
And boats. Let me tell you
there's
about the
probably
boats.
some fucking bad water out there. Bad weather. There is bad weather in the Caribbean.
But just disappear. They haven't been able to find any of these crafts
Okay, you think they disappeared into thin air, Ashley?
into another dimension, perhaps.
What? You're gonna have them like just
Perhaps
like
it's
dump
a
your
portal.
body?
Yeah, like I'll just have them.
It's a portal.
Perhaps it's a portal, and they can just ship my body
It's
out
a
there,
portal,
or
perhaps.
fly me
Perhaps there's a
through,
portal.
or they can fly me through. I'll have the pilot sign off sue me, my dead body.
I don't think it's legal.
Liability waiver signed.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's legal to dump a
You
dead
can't just
body
dump a body in the
because
ocean.
it's illegal to dump ashes into the water.
Right.
So why would you be able to dump
So
like
a
a
cadaver?
decomposing
Well,
body?
I don't want them to dump it. I want them to just fly
Okay.
through it, and then we'll probably both
Ha-
disappear to the other dimension.
How about
And then there's no plan after that because
Yeah.
we're gonna disappear.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I don't need a plan.
And then
B.
if we don't disappear, then they can take me and just cremate
How
me.
about you just buy
turn me into a
buy the black hole package?
I like the black hole package.
That's a
But-
good one.
Yeah.
You should suggest it to that company.
I would like to get an astrophysicist on here to discuss black holes because I would like to know what people think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, your cellular structure is supposed to get ripped apart in a black hole.
You
Potentially,
get like stretched.
it's weird to think about.
Well, I think there is technology that we could advance to that enables you to travel through a black hole.
You know what? Whatever badass astronaut decides to finally go into a black hole is going to be like the biggest legend of all time.
Do you think that will ever happen?
Probably.
I think there's some sort of like force field that will be developed that will protect people from really high speeds, faster than the speed of light, to be able to travel and be like a body. You have an issue of inertia.
What?
You have the issue of inertia when you're traveling at high speeds, like the speed of light. Your body will basically turn into mush if
Sarah's
if
face.
if a craft goes that fast.
What are you talking about?
Okay, well, you
don't
need to
get
look
it.
into this.
Okay,
We'll look into that before we have a astrophysicist.
I will.
Okay.
I recognize the word inertia from like my college physics
What's
class.
that? It's P equals MV.
Basically, the speed of the craft would
Is that
be
right?
way too fast for your body
Is
to
inertia
withstand.
mass times velocity, or is that something else?
Consider,
That's momentum.
Consider who you're
momentum.
asking.
Momentum's mass times velocity.
I don't know.
Joe, do you know about inertia and traveling faster than the speed of light?
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Wait, momentum's mass times velocity.
Sure.
Perfect.
This is a real problem that scientists run into when trying to crack how to travel at high speeds.
Someone says it's G forces, not inertia.
Okay, thanks. Well,
I don't even know what that is.
that's a very good point. It is G-force. Yes, thank you, Joe.
Of course.
I got one of the equations right. AP physics.
Guy.
AP physics.
AP.
Layne needs a little science guy song that we play when he
Get something
really
right.
We should play
scientific.
that song. She blinded me with science.
Oh, I think we'll get copyright.
Science.
Dude, they don't give a shit about that song.
Yeah, who even created that
No
song?
one knows
There's
who
no
even created the
artist.
song.
Anyway, did we cover death? There's obviously so much more. There's so much more we can get into
Yeah.
here.
This is a lengthy topic.
I mean-
Well, what about dying to save someone else? What do you think about that? Is that stupid? Is that noble?
I think it depends on the circumstance.
Why would it be stupid?
I don't know. Is it stupid to sacrifice your own life for someone else's?
No, I think that's a selfless act, and that's
I
an
agree.
amazing
I
thing to
agree.
do.
However, I
That's
think
why-
it might be a little pointless if,
That's what I'm saying.
let's say you're someone who's 65, 70, and you could save someone's life who's like 13. That
Well, yeah.
that
No,
makes
and
no
vice
sense.
versa would
But vice versa.
make no sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, someone who's very, very young saving someone who
I mean, yeah, obviously it would make more sense to save the younger person because they have more life to live. But I think I just think energetically,
agree that
if
it's
you're
most-
gonna
it's usually-
commit a selfless act, like there's nothing bad
I
about
agree.
that.
I agree that it's generally a good thing to do. Like generally very noble.
I mean, technically, someone's still dying anyway, so it's like, you
Yeah, but
know.
here's the thing. The person that's saving the person who's about to die is clearly a really, really good person, arguably a better person than
Ooh,
the person
see?
who's in danger. So now this person who's a
We
better
lost
person,
that person.
now we
See?
lost them, and now we gotta live with the
No.
with the bozo
With the
who-
potentially horrible person.
Yeah.
But for the other surrounding humans that experience this act, it'll teach them to be better people.
What if
Will
there's
it?
no
If
one else
people don't
around?
commit generous, selfless acts and there aren't examples of it, then it's not going to be a thing that is revered or emulated. And I think that that would be a good thing to just do, to teach others to
Okay.
do the same.
That was well said.
We'll accept that.
Very well said.
We'll accept it.
Not a lot of likes. Very good.
Oh, on TikTok?
No, like words. Ashley wants to be more conscious about saying the word like.
I feel like the word like
We're not getting a lot of
I
likes.
feel like the word like has not been said as much tonight.
I've really
and I have to
made an
commend you
effort.
guys.
I
Yeah.
really made an effort.
Really? You've been thinking about this whole
A
time?
little bit.
Well, good for you.
I have to say that your speech has been very fluid
Yeah.
and
Thoughtful.
thoughtful, right? And I'm very impressed
Me too. You did good.
Thanks, guys.
Very good.
with your lack of likes.
Thank you. And with that, the death of this podcast.